64 squares, 32 pieces, 2 armies. They say it's just a game of intelligence. But let me ask you, have you ever played a game that stole your sleep? A game that twisted your reality so deeply that even after you cleared the board, the war wouldn't stop? Welcome to the dark side of chess. You might know that chess teaches patience and vision. If you look back at history, the game was born in ancient India as chaturanga, a tactical simulation of infantry, cavalry, and chariots. It traveled through Persia and Europe to become what we know today, as if 1,000 years of ancient warfare is now trapped within these 64 squares. You might have loved the beauty of it too. The first match was brilliant. The next, even more addictive. But have you ever realized when you stopped playing the game and became just another piece on the board? Are you playing chess, or is the game playing you? Have you ever heard of chess fever? Back in the early 20th century, psychologists documented a strange and terrifying phenomenon. It isn't just common exhaustion, it's a form of mental entrapment. When you spend hours, days, perhaps weeks staring at those squares, your brain eventually forgets how to recognize reality. Even now, when I close my eyes at night, those pieces continue to dance behind my eyelids. I see the king, desperate to escape. But there is no path left. My own queen has cornered me, looking more like an invisible executioner than a piece on a board. You might be thinking, the board is cleared, the game is over. But for me, the war never stops. Every move, every single mistake haunts me like a ghost. The board is gone, but the war remains, burning inside. This mental hallucination, where the pieces feel alive, is it just a trick of the imagination, or is there an ancient, heavy curse embedded in the game itself? I fear I am no longer just a player. I have become a fragment of the game, trapped in an infinite loop. The war never ends. The pieces are simply rearranged for the next cycle of agony. I know exactly what those of you who are just as addicted to these patterns as I am are feeling. Even in my sleep, my mind relentlessly calculates every move. Often, I wake up in the dead of night, heart pounding, haunted by the sudden realization, why did I make that move? Why did I make that mistake? In those moments, I realize my mind is no longer anchored to this reality. I am no longer flesh and blood. I have become nothing more than a fragmented piece on an infinite chessboard, a board with no exit and no escape. Someone might see you sitting there, perfectly still. But what is truly happening inside you? Scientists say your brain is suffering from cognitive overload. Your heart rate has surged, mirroring that of a marathon runner. Your neurons feel like they are burning out under the pressure. Why? Just to move a wooden knight from one square to another? You can no longer sleep. Those same moves keep cycling before your eyes, trapped in an endless, agonizing loop. Over time, everything starts to feel like a chessboard to you. Walking down the street, you begin to see people as mere pawns, and every decision you make feels like a calculated move. Eventually, you can no longer distinguish where reality ends and the chessboard begins. I'm not saying chess is a bad thing. It is one of the greatest inventions of the human mind. But be careful. It can sharpen your intellect, but do not let it take your life. Play the game, but do not lose your sense of reality to the addiction of chess. Do not play in a way that turns the game into a curse in your life. Because some wars are not fought with guns, nor with swords. Some wars are fought inside the human mind. And remember, in that war, the toughest opponent does not sit across the board from you. They are sitting right inside you.